Welcome everyone to today's live stream. Hi Xbox. You would be on super early unless you were passed out because you're not sleeping. Thanks for joining in, everyone. Hopefully we're gonna have some fun today. We're gonna do some weirdness with Mechanica, try to see what we can come up with as far as weird things to build in the game, weird mechanics in a game called Mechanica. Stuff we can create, stuff we can program, not necessarily workshop specific stuff, maybe just some fun, but I want to see what everybody comes up with. Hey Jenny, thanks for joining in. So yeah, we're gonna have everybody just come up with weird ideas today for Mechanica, stuff we could try out, try to build. But first, I want to go ahead, I want to ask, because there's a new game. I want to see, we're gonna do like, I'm gonna keep asking people as people come in and out today. There's a new game called Starbase. Okay, it just hit Steam 2 days ago, July 29th. It is an early access MMO. That, you know, I figure some of us will probably be interested in it. Hey, good afternoon, Felonious. Mayhem will begin shortly. We're gonna talk for a moment. I think everybody's getting into the whole like we talk for a few minutes at the beginning. But yeah, Starbase is a new hybrid voxel and vertex based space MMO with a fully destructible and infinitely expanding universe. Okay, so kind of, I mean, I guess you could say fully destructible. I mean, you can just, nothing's, you know, locked. Everything can be destroyed or damaged, or for the most part damaged. Infinitely expandable. So you've got already the styling of like No Man's Sky, where it's, you know, you just keep going, which is probably a good thing for an MMO these days. You know, some cases they just keep having to add new expansions with more map areas. This is just keeps going. No Man's Sky's done it. It seems to have worked all right for them. And then it's a focus on building and designing spaceships and stations. So not like bases. It looks, and if you go like on Steam and look at some of the images, the building interface looks very similar to Empyrean Galactic Survival, as well as how some other games similar to that have done it. And it is marked as similar to No Man's Sky and Empyrean for me. You explore, you gather resources, craft, trade, combat, all that stuff. It looks interesting, I have to be honest. I mean, I'm not sold yet. The reviews are mixed, but I would love to see if anybody has actually checked it out yet. It is an MMO. So that's one thing to remember. You know, if you checked it out, I want to hear from you. I want to know what it's like. Link it. Oh, it's just, you know, on Steam. You just look up Starbase. But all right, I'll pull the link real quick. It is on sale, 10% off, but, you know, that 10% does not amount to much. So let's go ahead and just make sure to point that out. If you want to check it out, I'll go ahead and have that link there. We're going to pin that link up. So, yeah, if you are interested in taking a look at it, see what you think. Again, the reviews are mixed right now, 68% positive. I think it's going to end up working out well. This is, I mean, it just hit 2 days ago. What do you expect? You know, it's early access. They're not saying this is a finished game already. It's just, yeah, hey, we're just trying to get started now. So I'm hopeful that's going to end up becoming kind of a really cool game in the end. I mean, you know, obviously the whole space, the ship building thing is missing from No Man's Sky. You can't build and design ships. You can build in your capital ship, but you can't build the ship. So I think this is going to be a game for people that like No Man's Sky but don't like the fact that's missing. I think they'll find this to be like an enjoyable option. You've been watching another streamer play it? Okay. How'd they like it? Or what do you think of it from watching another streamer play it, Jenny? Timmy's napping. He's tired. Let's see if he will react. Oh, you gonna get it? Look. Stretchy boy, get it. He was like, no. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people saying that there's reviews that are negative because people are not paying attention to it, saying that it is a early access. I mean, all you gotta do is look at the date. It's been 2 days. Come on, it says early access. I feel like something like that, maybe Steam could implement a thing where it says, hey, before you review, please note that this game was released X number of days ago and is marked early access. And maybe that might get some people to rethink, but no, there's still gonna be people that are just gonna be jumping. Oh, this is horrible, it's terrible. Come on. You also buy parts to the ship. That would be good. It's an interesting look. Honestly, looking at the ships in it, I'm not too impressed with the graphics on the ships. And the space station building, it looks like they've got a little bit better texturing right now on the characters. But seeing planets with like whole cities on it is definitely something very cool. I think for the whole vibe of it, and the fact that obviously No Man's Sky is working towards something similar. I think we're gonna see more of that kind of stuff coming. But it's an MMO, so there's no single player. No Man's Sky is an MMO in a way, but you have single player. You could choose to go between single and multiplayer at a whim. This is straight MMO right now, no single player. So everything you do will be on the server. Nothing saved locally. If you lose your internet, you're not gonna be able to play it. So something to keep in mind. No, that's fine. You can post it to our streamer. I have learned my lesson about jumping in too soon on some games. I have played a few games where it's like, okay, I've got 20 hours in because it's been early access and I've been hoping for it to get better and it's just not getting better, and regret spending the money. So I tried to now give some time for stuff to start developing. Like Grounded, I haven't jumped on that yet because they were doing really well with updates, like constant updates, and then their updates started to spread out. And I like seeing like consistency. If you see, I've got games that the developer just basically stopped, like never even marked it complete. It's just they stopped, and it no updates for like 2 years. So it's always good to pay attention first to see how the development cycle is going. If they start posting like a monthly update or at least notes about what they're changing for the next update, I say take a look at it. But that's me. Some people just want to go ahead and jump right in and get it. Yeah, it is really new. Again, 2 days. It came out on the 29th. That's when it hit Steam, and they said flat out, Dev said it is early alpha. So it's nowhere close to polished. So just gotta keep that in mind. Let's dive on in to some Mechanica. Because I have... Well, let's get my game screen to pick up. There it goes. Took a moment. So, yeah, I've been doing some playing around on stuff. We got an attack coming. And we're gonna let the attack happen. I actually did... And I wish I had saved at that point. I had this, and then an attack from there, and then another attack from here all happened at once. It was like 2 of these came in back to back from there, and another one came in and landed. I had like, 15 or so of the, mid-sized bots like those, all attacking at once. It is a great little visual sitting there. And just, looking down, watching them spin around and pop them all. The looks are kind of cheesy. I think the textures look better on the character models right now for Starbase than the actual ships and everything. But, you look back at some Empyrean stuff, some of the early textures were not that great, and it really did flesh out a lot better in the end. So, it's going to be one of those give it time type of things. All right, got those done. So, first thing I'm going to show you, I have been messing with, because I said we're going to come up with weird stuff today for this. And I think I tried something similar to this before, but couldn't get it to work. I made a catapult. And here's what's interesting. I go and do this, which you can't just place it down. You gotta toss it the right way. And, do like that. Okay. Now I take this out. And I did not get it at the right spot. Well, great. All right. I'll do it this way. Go boom. Okay. And see, that rolls off. So you can tell it's interacting correctly with it. You just gotta get it the right spot. And where did I put that? Was that? Yeah, that's the button for it. So we're gonna launch a small robot chassis. And it works! Flinging the bodies of our enemies at them. So that is... that makes me just think of, like, Lord of the Rings. Return of the King is the... Yeah, Return of the King. The Battle of Minas Tirith, the first thing they did once they got to the walls of Minas Tirith in the fight was they started flinging the heads of the soldiers they killed at Osgiliath to demoralize the people in the city, the guards in the city. And that's just what that makes me think of. I threw a small robot body at, well, nobody right now, but later I can sit there and throw their buddies at them and just be like, haha, run away. And they won't, but, you know. It's that visual. I'd like the fact that I could say I have a robot flinging catapult. So, yeah, Felonious, you wouldn't play it because it's not solo play. I mean, I guess technically you could play solo to a degree. Like, I mean, you can play World of Warcraft solo. It's just there's going to be certain things that are a little bit tougher to do solo as opposed to playing with a group. So it all comes down to preference. For me, I like the single player aspect of games where I don't have to worry about being online, having to, if I just want to play relaxed by myself, I can. Let's do the bomb, and I've already tested this. And what this does is I actually tried placing it down on the spikes, and it does not work. It just interacts with it like you're placing it down on the actual piece of ceiling tile. Let me get this as centered as I can. Hoping this can be placed down later for something like this. We should have an actual catapult option. Oh, where's that going? That might be fun. Let's do this. Let's go ahead. I'm going to do this. We'll add a little function here. So on button push, we're going to do a timer of, or wait. Yeah, wait. Let's do 3 seconds. I think that's going to be good. Wait 3 seconds. And then detonate the bomb. Oh, wrong guy. Come here. Come this way. Let's see. I can't remember how far this one actually launches. I need to mark a spot for it. On! Oh! Ah, I fell. Oh, he got right back up, too. Alright, so yeah. The catapult works, but it's very hard to move with a bomb on it. That's the funny thing. Like, the robot chassis just goes, but the EMP bomb just kind of... Like, I'm trying, it's not working. He's stuck. There we go. I think I got a good number of things there. So yeah, I can catapult stuff. It's just not ideal. I mean, again, you saw that kind of go here. It just went barely over the edge. Which honestly kind of works a bit for this. Drop it right there, you know, get them. Doesn't fling them out there very far. Let's, you know what? I got an idea. Well, again, come up with stuff for me to try like this. I feel like we could come up with some options today for stuff like this. See what happens. So again, like the small bot chassis, you just gotta line it up right, throw it on there, and then I just delete all this. Don't need that now. I just go and hit the button, and that one went a little bit further. That actually got a, it seems like it got a little bit more distance than the previous one. Let's, you know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna do more than one. We're gonna do several of these. I want to see how they line up. Like, how do they stack? Was it, what, 5 is a good number, I think? 5, you know, test subjects. We'll see how I like that I can stand on and not take damage. That does help with this. All right. Really, you don't need that behind it. It just helps with lining things up. So, 1. Haha. Boom. On my solar panel. I got very close to the actual beam. Oh, not there. Like that. So I'm a little bit further forward. Let's see how this affects it. Oh, yeah, you see that difference there. Let's try again, roughly the same spot. That's close. That's very close to it. So it does function with proper flight physics. It's like a, you know, it's like the further back you get, the more oomph you get for this. Salty Films. This game is about programming to your heart's content. Coming up with interesting stuff. And yeah, there is a little bit of a survival aspect in that you get attacked by enemy robots that want to kill you. Ooh, yeah, look at that. That's the best one. I was right at the very edge. So I guess if you could set this up right, you could have them have like a drop point that puts everything in the exact perfect spot. That did not work out very well. That one was a little too, like, he was touching the beam and angled the wrong way. He just kind of got spun. This is why I want spinning objects. That's why I want to have the option to, like, have something that rotates. Because I could totally build a better catapult with something like that. Let's see. How many? Got quite a few. And they're gone. Okay. Let's try this again. Look. Let's see if I get just right. Okay, not quite. Helps if I target with the right thing. Alright, here we go. That's like dead center almost on the spikes. So. Boom! Okay. So yeah, working catapult. To a degree. It doesn't work with everything. And obviously some stuff you probably don't want to fling out there. You know, useful resources. You know, steel ingots, copper ingots, robot poop. You probably don't want to fling that either. You know, we're not robot monkeys. We don't fling our feces. What else can we fling? You want to fling an iron ingot. Okay. Let's just do that just to see how far it goes. Okay, I must have been that lander. There. Going back. Let's see. I think I'm going to have to bounce this. Or maybe not. Oh, yeah. It's being held in place by... Not really, but it looks like it's being held by the blades. Okay. Iron ingot. Or steel ingot. About the same distance as the as the small bot chassis, and I think we just got a double launch. I can't tell if that we got a double launch again. I've got two, it looks like, coming in for an attack together. Let's try. Ooh, let's do an empty container. Oh, a little bit further forward. Empty container before the attack happens. Oh, what if we could find a way, conveyor, to come here, drop it perfectly on there, having something to like kind of line it up, you know, like beams along the sides. Drop it there and use that as a transport system. Find out a way to make it consistent enough where it just always funnels them to the right spot. I could use that as a longer distance transport system. Launch them onto like a little ramp or something that they hit, they roll down into another conveyor, and they just keep going. We could have like a multi-station transport system that just launches items across the map. It probably would not help with performance, I'm sure, but it'd be funny. Your warpers are Enderman and Subnautica? Like, you have a mod that has made them look like Enderman? Because I've never seen anything like that without being some kind of a mod. So, or some kind of retexturing type of thing. What else do I have? We'll throw a piece of wood. I like how it just right there cradles on the spike. Actually, it looks like it's sitting on top of the spikes. Oh, wait, what was that? Where did I break that piece of wood? It disappeared on me. I thought it might have like got counted as landing in there, but it disappeared. I broke the tree. Or the piece of, I guess there's an impact element to the tree pieces. And it's not like it's a huge loss, but that's interesting that it landed and disappeared. I know, I saw that. It went and like just flipped one time and then was gone. Oh, you know what? Traffic cone. So I don't make one of these, and you know, I've got 3 of them that were included with this location. Let's just make use of one. Again, cannot, like, if I place it down like that, it doesn't work. It goes right through it. So you have to toss it. We gotta do it like that, which completely changes that. Okay, that's not gonna work. So now we gotta do it this way. We gotta go and place that. Tried to make sure I killed the mic before I sneezed in everybody's ears. All right, we're gonna do, got it off a little bit. So we gotta place that down, and then we gotta take that out so it drops. And now, ah ha ha! And it landed right side up. I nailed it. Socks for one mod? I haven't tried that one myself. Automated artillery system. Yeah, it would not actually like do anything. I mean, other than the mines, like the EMP bombs, we could actually throw those and have it, you know, have a timer based on how long it takes to land. And then have it blow up, or, but you'd have to connect it to each mine every time. It's not like you place another mine down, it would just automatically work. We'd have to reconnect it each time. Same time, though, if I could get it consistent on how well it launches stuff, I could probably create a triggering mechanism that could be kind of fun. We have something like, instead of a timer, it launches, and when it hits the ground, there's a tripwire in that exact spot that hopefully it triggers, since some of that stuff we did last time triggered the tripwires, and have it then initiate detonation. You would just have to tie it to the tripwire each time. So, ore chunks. Sure, we'll try an ore chunk. I mean, I'm sure most of this stuff is probably the same in the end. I don't want to have too many on my character. I had to expand my production a little bit. They were going a little too slow with how much I've got being produced elsewhere. Okay, that's gonna be one catch with this, is that kind of they roll. There we go, got it. Ah ha ha ha! Look at that distance. Oh man, it's gone. It's gone so far you can't even see it. Let's try this again. Yeah, okay, I need a rebound. Like, oh yeah, look at that. There we go. I'm gonna wait until they get done, because I don't want to mess up my count, because you know I've got it kind of nice. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and put one. I hit the wrong button again. There we go. I'm gonna make sure I got an even count so that I don't have one extra piece of ore waiting with nothing to combine it with. So it's very interesting that the physics work correctly. If you don't get it at just the right spot, it can roll off, it can flip, but if you get it at the right spot, or one spot versus another, you get more distance. It's very interesting that that part works, but we don't have a normal catapult mechanism. We don't have a normal spinning mechanism. Oh, done. Okay, let's see. So that was two that came and attacked at the same time. But there's a third one coming in now as well. You know what? We'll chance it. Well, that was a good launch. And it disappeared. Really? It did not, like, get sucked up in that or anything. It disappeared. That's not good. That's not a good thing that it keeps having certain items disappear. We'll go ahead and do one more, because I do have that one. And the ore, you got to get it just the right time, because otherwise, I mean, it's going to roll. Ah. All right. Have a G. Fail. All right, he's not attacking me now. Let's try again. Ah, it's too close. I'm gonna have to put this where it's like right up against the That's the biggest problem with these, besides the fact they don't do anything worthwhile, is it rolls off the edge. You know what? He's not going anywhere at the moment. We'll just do this. And get up. He's just gonna sit under me, waiting. Oh, come on. It's not wide enough. Alright, let's take care of this guy. Welcome back, Jenny. Did you bring enough snacks for everybody? Especially Timmy, which he still hasn't eaten his one piece I put out already, so he's just kind of... He's tired. Such a rough morning getting petted and playing. You know what? Here, we're gonna do this. We'll move this short beam a little closer. Okay, so it still has the gap. So it's not connecting, which means it should not interfere. And we got it. We got it. Here we go. Gold! And it's gone. Did I add it to the ore chunk? Did it get, like, added to the existing chunk? I think it's just despawning. It's like the wood doesn't have any reason to go in there. Yeah. So you can fling stuff. But some stuff just kind of goes away when you do that. And I bet other stuff will be too heavy to fling. Or too big. Or, you know, certain things you do have to place them down and then drop them from above. So placing down like a pallet will probably work, but you know, I'll have to disconnect or place it down that connected on top of something and then take that bottom piece out so it falls. And it falls correctly. And I need to make sure that it does not sit over the back end. Yeah, that one. Because if it sits over the main post, it's going to catch it. All right. Another catapult test. Here we go. Ready? Anticlimactic. That was honestly a little faster movement speed than the EMP bomb. Can you control the conveyors well enough to drop one item at a time? I mean, technically, yes. If we do a timing system with it, I think that would be kind of the key there, is a timing system. Which, you know, I did, well, you know, I've already taken it apart, but example here. Oh, and I need to show you my other little thing I did, real quick. I tried to make a car side delivery service. As in, not delivering to my car, but from the car. I go out, I gathered up, like, more than an inventory's worth of supplies. I tried to place it where I could reach this from below. It did not work. Bots won't place sideways on the building. And if I got it set too low where I could reach it from below, then the bot would not even try to go for it. So right now, I just, you know, put everything up here. He grabs it, comes over here, dumps it into this input, which I had this fence actually in the middle because I thought it was, or to the side here, because I thought they were going to fall off the edge, and it doesn't. Instead, what happened is I had to move it and put it here because he came over here at one point and then fell in and then went back that way and got stuck there. They don't understand stairs. They just understand direction. He did not go and be like, oh, hey, I go upstairs and get there. He went straight across on that level, hit the wall, and just sat there. So the fence is there to prevent it. He's just basically helping to cut down on how long it takes. So that ties in with this system of still doing, like, okay, you know, it just produced the ingot. We got three went through. It counted all three. So going for a conveyor catapult system, you would have to have a conveyor that can feed it in to the right spot. I'd have to get a little bit taller with it too. But basically feed it in, and have, say, probably not right there. I wouldn't go for the end like I did on the other one where it drops, unless you have the conveyor really tall. If you go really tall, where the legs kind of just, it sits on the floor, like at the right height, then you can have it when that item goes through, as the item falls, trigger the conveyor to stop for X amount of time, 3 seconds or whatever. Let the item fall, have some way to make sure it falls and doesn't bounce off to the sides. And once it landed at the right spot, you knew it'd be the right spot. It'd be just a matter of like 1, 2, 3, launch. And then the, 3 count to reset. So you'd have to give it time to drop the item, time to launch and reset, then drop the next item. So you could do it with conveyors. But then it goes back to also how fast the items are being deployed on the conveyors. Like if you're using a buddy bot, you're going to have him drop off an item and then wait. Because otherwise you're going to get to a point where he's just going to keep piling stuff on at the end, and you're going to have a big bundle of stuff and it not work. So yeah, you could do something like that. It could not be something that would need to be kind of like placed down, like the cone, for example, the little traffic cone. I'm pretty sure if you had him pick it up and bring it over here, he would probably drop it off as the boxed item, instead of it being an actual traffic cone. It just drops. So you would still have an element like that you have to worry about what item it is. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you could do it. Would it be worth it? For just satisfaction saying, yes, I did this. Sure. I don't think it would be worth the effort for treating it like a production thing. But it'd be kind of funny to be able to say, like, yeah, I did this. I have these conveyors and item launchers. And basically, it launches, like, to a conveyor. Or you have a conveyor that goes in, goes over here, drops the item, triggers the launch sequence, and then resets. And the next item on the next conveyor, you have it perfectly spaced. You test it out. You make sure it's consistent on how it's launching every time, that the item lands the same way every time it launches. You have a small ramp or something like that to kind of catch it, because the items will flip. So you have it land at a certain spot and kind of roll down onto the next conveyor and does it again. So you could technically do this and have it go, even with minor adjustments, you could probably make it fall onto a conveyor and change the direction it's going, since we don't have adjustable curves. But it's still going to be a case of finding a way to make that item land the same way every time on the rake trap, because otherwise you're going to run into problems where it's not going to launch the same distance, it's not going to land the same way. It's just not going to work very well in the end. So it could work if we had something better than a rake trap for it, but we don't have that right now. If we get that, we get a rotor, some rotational disc type of thing, or gear. Yeah, there's some other stuff we could do with that. A lot more than just a catapult. Let's see. Oh, I don't think I showed my storage room last time either. I think I did that since last live stream. Let's get rid of these guys. So I realize I am kind of running out of room to a certain degree on stuff. I'm not running out of room. I'm needing more room, and we'll need progressively more room. And I think I started this last time, but I didn't finish. So the storage room. And I'm just adding as I run out of space right now. I'm not going to do anything super fancy. Fuel storage for mainly over here, this kind of stuff. Not for the vehicle. Vehicle's got its own little fuel storage over there now. Water, other stuff. I was kind of wanting to theme this wall around different building segments, like defenses, things like that. So as I stack higher, it's because I've got more and more defensive walls, things like that. I'm running out of room, kind of thing. So that's what I'll be doing later. But right now, I'm not expanding too fast on it. I still have to let them produce, everything, and we still got plenty of room. All right. So conveyor. What else can we try? What else can we throw on this before I try my next idea? Which I was kind of thinking the idea of around this is the oil was my thought on that. It was like if the empty liquid vessel, liquid container will launch correctly and oil will launch correctly, I could have a container be made there. It gets launched to a spot there and gets launched again and hits a collection point, goes right into the storage box, and it just keeps filling up the storage box there with empty containers. And then when that's done, instead of filling up to the end, it launches over here. And I just have like a receiving spot where there's a buddy bot that keeps emptying it out to put it in other places until he stops emptying it. And once that container hit a certain amount, then they would stop producing. Let's see how... Well, let's see what happens once he's gone. I don't want to have... I won't have to jump down there. There. Okay, now. Where's it go? Where's it go? Wait, don't dis... Oh, no, it stays. Okay. So the oil container stays. So it goes back. What, question is, how can I get it consistent? How can I make it always land in the same spot on the rake trap and launch it? And before we do that, I want to see one more. Okay, I cannot place that down because, well, if I place it down on it, it's going to mount to the floor, not actually sit. And I was not far enough. There you go. Gotta look at the ghost. There we go. Look at that. That's not going to launch very well, I don't think. And you know what? Let's toss something in there. Let's add a little extra flair to it. We'll throw a couple of small bot chassis in there. Does the weight make a difference? We saw how the small bot chassis worked before. I don't know how well this thing is going to work, but we're going to throw in two. If it is slower just from that. Oh! It does dump them out. Just not very successfully. Okay. Wow, okay. That's interesting. There you go. We got... You can lift the basket. It's just not very good. You gotta put the small chassis in the basket. Fred, thanks for joining in. If Planet Nomads ever gets like an update to improve performance or add some more content, then yeah, I'll probably play him again on like a video or live stream. But until then, probably not. You know, it's a done game as far as it's going to be. So unless there's like something new, I'm not going to really get anything else out of that I haven't already done during early access or to full release. Now, let's try it with just the basket. Same thing. So now I'm trying to think of an option here. I'm trying to think, what if, because here's the thing with the baskets, you know, they go on, you know, they collect stuff that drops in, But you can't pour it out. You have to go in and get it. And the buddy bots don't work with them. It's the poor man storage option. What if we could use a basket to collect a certain amount of items, have a counter for the number of items, and then it dumps them into a new funnel, but resets right back. Like, it doesn't fall off, it comes right back. Now, if we had a way to do a curved track with, like, steel beams, I could make that happen quite easily. I'm thinking, what if I had something that when I lift it up, it lands because of maybe beams on the side of it, and once it dumps, the rake goes back, it locks in and slides back down into place. Oh, that's gonna take some work. And then what's the value in the end for that? I mean, what can I do with that I'm not already doing with buddy bots and storage? What do you think? What should I do? Should I try to make a dumping system with that, or should we just move on to something else? SBots, I am checking your link, and it better be. It says fail. Something went wrong. Will not open. So your link is broken. And oh, he's done. And my flamethrower is out of fuel again. Oh, we got an attack coming. Yeah, well, let's see. Let's just put this here, and if I did this, and I did it like this, and I just said, here, I'm going to have a beam on each side, so it gets launched forward, and then it drops, and because it drops, it slots into that, and then that slides it back down into position, and basically we just have beams on each side at the right width, so that it won't interfere with this. It basically slides it back down in position, and then when this goes, it lifts it up out of that groove, so no weirdness there. And yeah, we just create basically a dumping thing, and when it dumps forward so it doesn't fall, we have beams or fencing or something like that that presses against. It goes forward, presses against it, and then falls back, slides down. It could be fun. It could be interesting. Not sure how useful that's going to be, actually. Don't attack my bot. Don't attack your buddy and my buddy. He hit him! He smacked my buddy bot. Can I repair my buddy bot? I've never tried to break them. Hello, Duckyu. It's a YouTube Shorts. You might link the Shorts player specific link then, because it's not working in when I try it. Oh, we got another drop ship coming. I just want to see. Invincible. All right, good. We're not worried about our buddy bots being destroyed. Out of supplies again. Let's see, where's this? So this is back to processing. Okay. Tack. Inbound. Oh. God. It would not be the most effective way to do it, but what if we did like a dumping thing that just dumped an entire basket full of ore into a little funnel that leads into a furnace, and it just starts going. I mean, we kind of be like the basket gets tipped up and drops into that little trough and kind of fills up the space around them. I mean, stuff gets stuck. I've seen that. You know, it probably won't work the best in the end, but that could be fun. I have another idea too. I'm gonna try. Let's do. I got plenty of supplies. Might as well. So as he gets over here, where's he at? There he is. Come on, get in the good spot. There you go. Right there. Magic hour. Boom. Let's try this. What if I do 2 of these side by side and I build a mechanism to span them? I think I just programmed it on here, so... Oh, probably should do that then. Same with this. All right. Rake trap. Manually trigger. And we're going to turn laser detection off. So I can... I'm making sure I don't get hit. If we do like that, and then it could go across 2 of them, like that. I'm gonna need a long beam for this, and it's not gonna be that like effective, I don't think, in the end, but we'll try it. I think we'll have to do it like this. So we'll go lengthwise, like that. That did not work. No, like this then. Kind of, I guess, middle. Not like that. Look good. I got a little bit further forward than it looks like I'm getting. Like, you see where the ghost ends. It actually seems like I got a little bit further forward than what it shows. That's not lined up very perfectly, but boom. All right, here we go. Ooh, better. I almost landed right side up. Your laptop hinge broke and you don't know what to do. I wouldn't say sell your Legos for repair money. I mean, it's not... It depends on the hinge. Some of those are absolutely a horrible thing to fix. And some of them are actually not that bad. If you pop a couple of panels off and you unscrew the hinge, order the new hinge, and you can fix it yourself. It all goes down to how comfortable you are trying to do that. So you know what, we're going to try these. I personally don't like fixing hinges on laptops. Because sometimes, it's not actually the hinge that's the problem. It's the plastic. If it's cheap plastic, it might look like the hinge broke, but it's actually the plastic where the hinge screws in has broke. And you're not going to have any way to fix it because it's going to be the actual body that you would have to replace. And that's never a fun thing, let me just tell you. All right, so we saw how it did with one, with just the one catapult. We saw how this did with 2 and empty. We saw how it did with 2 of these on 1 catapult. Let's see how it does. It does not seem to make a big difference with the number of bots. Okay, it's still going. All right, got an idea. We're going to test something real quick. I want to see if this will work before we go all out trying to make this work. So what if I do this? We go here, we do like this, and like this. Well, actually, let's go closer to where the edges are, so it'll be less of stuff to catch on that. So this should launch it forward. Oh, actually, that's not going to work. I got to go further back because I've got to calculate for the fact of how far out it's going to stick. Oh, yeah, this is not going to be easy. That will work, I think. I probably need them to be kind of matching so they don't just... One side goes further than the other. We're gonna see how it works with stuff on the side too. Can't be perfectly in the middle all the time. Boom! Yeah! Kind of. That's the idea I had, just with a not quite so fine-tuned implementation. That's the idea. What if we had something like that it just launches forward to a point, has a stopping point, and then when that comes back, it's got short beams mounted to the box that helps it slide back into position. So it resets itself. Pavilion D7 with Windows 10. Windows 10 not gonna make a difference on, you know, what your hinge is like. But let me see. Pavilion D7. And it depends on the model of that D7. Or DV7, because you got DV7, but there might be 12 different variations on that, and there may be 3 or 4 hinge versions that they use with that. So I wouldn't tell you what screen to get it, you know, unless I saw the actual model number for that reason. Oh, all right. So looking at these pictures, I'm gonna say you're gonna have 2 hinge covers that can come off. And that probably is where it actually screws in to the main body chassis. So the whole screen itself possibly can disconnect as long as you disconnect the cables. But I wouldn't say for sure, because there's another DV7 here that has a completely different hinge format for it. So that's 2 different DV7s already that I'm saying with different hinges. And one would be fairly easy. The other one would be, you know, a half tear down. You'd take it halfway apart just to get to the hinge inside and disconnect it. If your screen's got dead pixels, you know, you could take it to a repair shop, but generally, I would say shop on eBay and see if somebody's got it listed for what, you know, like your specific DV7 model screen. Even though it won't be the exact match for the screen, you'll get some ideas on how much the part alone would cost. And then you could assume whatever a local shop would charge you 1 to 2 hours of labor. Why did you stop? They're consuming power. Why'd they stop? Oh! Duh. Okay. It's out of fuel. I was like, wait a minute, what? I haven't been paying attention. I'll let the fuel run out. Duh. That's why you do that, so you don't end up coming over here and it's just completely overflowing with stuff because they kept dumping, but the fuel was out. You know what, we're gonna try. It's not gonna work very well, but I'm gonna try this anyway. I need another long beam for this. So if we do, it's gonna dump and be pointing that way. So I need something that when it drops, it's going to cause it to tip back a certain way. Now, I really need to be able to match this up perfectly on both sides. It's not quite right. I think that's close. That's close. We'll try it. Now, the question is how I'm going to get this to work right. Oh, you know what? Steel post. Not ideal, but I can make it happen. Okay, yep. Let me just try and make sure I get this lined up as close as I can. Okay. Now, angle it. Okay, I did not go far enough forward. I definitely think this would be one I could put on, like, the workshop once we can do an entire assembly as a workshop design, or workshop upload, not just, hey, I'm putting in this thing and here's how you set it up and you gotta get everything set just right. I don't think it would work out as fondly for people trying to do that. And you know what? Well, it's not as far back as I want it to be, but it might work. It caught on something. What did it catch on? It's something wrong. It's trying. Oh, we got a loner down there. This can work, but it's gonna be a very fine-tuned type of thing. It did not work with that setup. That totally can work. It's just, it's gonna be so particular in getting it set up. I don't think there's any value in doing it right now until we can actually save the entire assembly together. And that is supposed to be coming to where we can even, like, design and upload a base, like an entire base, and have it where, I guess what we're gonna get is some kind of thing where, like, here is this, you go here is the code library. I guess we'll have something different. We could say, here, build this base, and it tells you what you need for it. But that can work. It's just not worth it at the moment. I feel like I want to revisit that later once I have the better workshop options. But it technically, you gotta get technical about it, it technically works as a catapult for launching stuff like BuddyBot, or small bot chassis. You can use it to demoralize your enemies if they had any morals. You'll send me the actual off the website YouTube link in my DMs, okay? Before I go and look at that, I want to know what you're DMing me to watch. What is it about? Because if it is not something you should be posting in chat, then you should not be posting the link either. Well, I burned through a bunch of steel ingots making that stuff. It's okay, we'll do... I'm going to use up some more anyway, so... You know what? There we go, finally. Your buddies have joined in. That's it. I thought I would get some more, but I did not. Okay, so here. Now, I am placing it against the short beam. So I'm thinking it does not work. Okay. So what I've got to do is grab another one of those short beams. I have seen it in some cases where if you place against like just the one short beam and then take it out, even though it's pressed against something else that it should be mounted to, it doesn't count as mounted. So in this case, apparently I actually have to have it mounted. Go like this, that. Oh, it's just the fence does not move. So, oh yeah, piece of a base, floating platform, and if you drop it, it does that. So, fencing, which means walls, also are not going to work. So, no catapult fence aspect, especially since the fence stays in place. I'm pretty sure that means even if I put it right here, it would not move with either of these. Oh, there. I placed it on there. It's placed, I'm assuming, to that. And it goes right through it. So, certain base components are not going to work at all with this. Oh. I didn't even think about this. And it'd be tricky to do it, but it is possible because I have done it. You can place walls on the side of another wall where it's, you know, horizontal. It doesn't snap, but it will work. What if place down a double door or even a garage door frame, and you have the door act as a, like, is it working or not? Like, it's open or close, open or close. And it can be used for providing an opening for stuff to go through. Not exactly a funnel, but it could be an interesting little thing. All right, we're gonna try that. I've got resources. I can spare some stuff. I've got so much being produced right now that is not a problem. Let's see, how am I doing? Oh, we're almost out. I have not set it up to where they will automatically switch to the other box if that one runs out. I don't feel like trying to sort through that. That's just, I can empty the box and keep going. Yeah, I've got plenty. Look at that. And I'll need a door frame anyway at some point. We do this. See, yep, it's not snapping. And if you hold it to ignore snapping, it works fine. And where's the door? Where's the door? And it snaps. Okay, so we have a launch bay if we ever get a flying vehicle. So that is something you can do. You can do a side-mounted wall frame and have it open as a hatch to go down or not go down. Okay, now let's get that basket again. Got an idea. Well, that will work. I just need something I can place it on. There that goes. Does not fall. It falls onto the door, but does not fall when the door opens. But that falls through. And then holds. And then stays. So it will recognize if the door is open already, but it won't recognize if the door is opened afterwards until you interact with it. Okay. So we got some options there, possibly. That could actually be kind of beneficial to a degree. I'm not sure exactly yet on that, but it's got me thinking of some stuff. So you can go through the door if it's already open. You could go through after it's been opened underneath by interacting with an object. So basically the physics get triggered. Something, it doesn't trigger automatically when the door opens because it's meant to be mounted a different way. It's not, shouldn't have to worry about that. But it can, you can cause stuff to fall by interacting with it afterwards. That gives me another idea here. Oh. Okay. So I'm gonna do like that. I think I heard another ship, but I'm not seeing it now. Okay, so that is there. So I jump on top of it. And you know what? Not that. We're gonna do. Okay. So base pieces still not working. Still don't do that. The game does not have pistons or springs right now. Let's go ahead and say that. Does not have a hopper funnel type thing right now. I am trusting after hopefully if the dev has seen any of my stuff to be like the fact that I have basically created that with the little beams over here. But okay, I'll give you a funnel, at least a funnel that can merge stuff together. I mean, we got a vacuum. Just take the vacuum design, take out the vacuum component and just have it go inverse and just it collects and pours it through an opening at the bottom. Just a simple funnel. So I am hoping we will get something like that. And a piston, you know, a spring, you know, kind of thing, shock absorbers type of thing could be interesting. I would also like to see, as I've said, a gear mechanism, like, you know, a bearing. Look at scrap mechanic. You put bearings in, you can have stuff swing. Sometimes the scrap mechanics is not the easiest thing to get it to work right. And you can put something in, it just starts flopping around weirdly. There are some mechanic and physics issues at times with those, but having something that maybe you could have it set where you can do like a you know, a degree value, clock dial value, where it actually can rotate precisely between 2 points. Like we have the percentage on the lever, the little lever value one. If we could do something similar to that, where you could have basically like that, you could have a degree value of like 0 to 359 or 1 to 360, whichever way, you know, do it. Probably be 0 to 359, I would think. Anything in that circle, you could say, you know, okay, I'm going to mount this here and have it snap to it, have like, it maybe even have marks on it, like a, you know, 0, 180, like that, you know, do the 4 main directions. And so when you mount it, and let's say I mount the beam to it going horizontally, I can know if I rotate it by this amount, it will rotate to just this position. That could be a very nice option in terms of the programming and that same mechanic that we see like in scrap mechanic without it being out of control. So maybe we'll see stuff like that. I mean, pistons too would be good, but you've got to also think about what items are actually going to be movable. And as we see there, some of the base items do not move when you interact with them. They're not like a regular movable object type. They just kind of hover there. So it would go back to how much does the dev add physics to certain items as well. How much does he make it where certain items will interact with normal physics as far as dropping, not dropping, so on. I think I just stacked that one just to make sure everything lined up. There you go. 10. Also would like to see that storage boxes start stacking, like snapping vertically. because that does not happen. Like, or like they stack, but I mean snapping vertically when you try to stack them. Like, I'm not having to guess. I could just go and be like it snaps side by side, which is why I put that one there, was to help snap the other ones to it. But having them snap on top of each other, granted, yeah, you're supposed to not block the input. I get that. But sometimes you just want to have it as a storage box like this. Just ideas, you know, it'd be great to see something like that implemented too. Just a very simple thing, like, hey, snap here and here. Why when you sit down you feel like throwing up? I mean, if you're sitting down you feel like throwing up, are you dizzy? Are you getting like some kind of imbalancing effect, like you're losing your balance? Seasickness? Because I would think it'd be more of when you stand up, you know, getting sick. Some people get dizzy standing up. I'm not really familiar with that many people getting dizzy and sick feeling when they sit down. It's usually when you're standing up. Let's do some organizing. Let's start doing some organizing. I've been trying to think of how I want to do this. I'll use one or the other at some point, so. Can't put it right in the middle, but I can put it to the side of the middle. So I can interact with any of these still, and I could do like this as well. So I could do like that. Come in. I think I like the small screen better on these. And I'm still thinking I would like to do more text formatting control. I think we've said this before, is having some kind of option for that where you can format the text, especially on the big screens. I would love to have it where I format it so where it says, like, you have to get in closer, but it's like iron, or steel ingots, copper ingots, lithium ingots, glass, and have them all there, and then have the numbers to the right and be able to format it that way. It'd be great to have some more options like that. You know, I'm gonna do a simple one like this because I'm not planning to move the wall anytime soon. Oh, and that's okay. That's a problem too, because I need a count. I need a trigger, and unless I'm going to dump into it, it's not going to work. This is simple. This is like, well, let's see. If I go, how many was it? Not going to worry about these, because I'll make those. Make these, and not even having to make that many of those. Won't be worried about storing a big pile of these. So sensors. Light screens. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I could combine. I could combine that and that and that together, or at least this and this together, and this together, since that would be like defensive. So, and I'm not gonna worry about making a lot of extra speeder parts. I don't have to make any more of those. So really, I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections, and then again I'm gonna have water over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and number 7 for water to, you know, make my shots. Yeah, Space Engineers has a lot of stuff with, you know, like the pistons, the rotors. And again, look at Scrap Mechanic. I did some interesting things in Scrap Mechanic and nowhere even close to what some other people have done. And there is just an inherent issue with how to handle the physics with stuff like the pistons, rotors, things like that. I mean, Minecraft pistons work great until you have like some kind of weird problem, and then it's just like it can cause all sorts of chaos. And of course, only, you know, pistons are not dealing with as many physics issues in Minecraft, since a lot of blocks will float. So you know, it goes back to that whole thing. Oh, Timmy? Don't worry. I just heard thunder. I don't know if it picked up on the mic, but Timmy heard thunder. He's already jumping. Come here. Come here. You can sit. Say hi before you go hiding at my feet. Oh, he is shaking. He does not like thunder at all. Neighbor's dog, he'll bark at thunder when he hears it. Timmy is like, get me out of here. Why are we still here? In danger zone? You know, that's his approach to it. Neighbor's dog is like, I'm protect you. Timmy, he don't want to protect me. He wants me to protect him. Right, you're just shaking. All right, you want down under the desk? I don't know if you can see it. He is absolutely just shaking. That was a loud thunderstrike. He is just scared. He's a scaredy dog. All right, come on. I'll let you down. Put your leg. There you go. Go hide. Go hide under the desk. He's perfectly fine if he's under the desk at my feet. Sometimes on my feet, sometimes he doesn't want me to be touching him. So that he's okay. He's calming down a little bit, but not much. He just does not like thunder. You know what? I'm gonna put text there. Actually, I don't know if I want to do text on the outside of the box or if I want to do text above the box. Because what if I need to put another box up there? You know? What if I decide I want to put an additional box? I mean, that's right about eye level. That would work. So what we're gonna do this as inputs sensors. We'll set the text. And there we go. Everything that is an input and a sensor will go in there. That way I can start moving everything over. This is color coded as best I could, you know. We don't have a gray. Wish we had a gray. So closest, I'll probably change that to that color. What was I do? Cyan. That's a little too bright. We'll make this one white for glass. And we'll make these not white, but let's go blue. Oh, if I set it. Well, no, the other ones are going to be blue. So I can't do blue and blue and blue and blue and blue. So no, we're going to do, I guess, cyan after all. And I forgot to hit that over here too. All right, so steel, copper, lithium, glass. Yeah, I had to leave a gap there, but that's okay. So those are color-coded. I'll worry about labels later. I want to have, back to the large screen, I want to have a, like, I want the command wall over here, but I want like, I come over here and I can see my stats. That's why it'd be cool to be able to really customize the large screens. I could combine different boxes to be part of the test. I might be able to make that work to a degree, but it would take a lot of, like, tweaking and doing text combinations. I don't feel like messing with that right this second. I feel like let's take a pause from doing all this craziness. I'm gonna give my brain time to simmer down a moment. We'll go grab some supplies because I bet I have some deposits, some mining sites that are ready. And oh yeah, back to this. That I cannot reach it from here and put stuff in, but the idea was to be able to reach up here, dump stuff in, hit the button, have the robot start taking stuff out till it's empty. He would not interact with it this low. He had to have it higher up for him to even bother trying to take something out of the storage box. If you got a suggestion on that, I would love to hear it because I would love to have it where it's full auto for oh, this got off by count. The count is off on this. Something happened. Something went wrong. Okay, that hopefully we'll have it fixed now. And that's going, making another. Boom. Man, we got visitors over there. It's fine. There it goes. Okay. I don't know why that had one off. I've seen that happen with the glass production. It sometimes gets off by like one does not register for some reason when it triggers. Like it triggers halfway through the sequence, but not the whole sequence. And I don't know why that's happening. I haven't been able to diagnose that yet. And we've got another attack coming from over here too. Hopefully they're going way over there where I'm not even close. You almost messed up my conveyor, buddy. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Let's see how... 2,800 and 1,600. So this is a... Still not done... Kind of... Well, 2,800. Huh? Well, what is he taking? Which one's pulling from that one? Okay, they're both going from this one, so... Who's been mining my other deposit here? They're not on it. So how is that one getting mined at all? That's weird. That is really weird that it's got one deposit that has had nothing on it getting mined. I am confused now on that one. I can't even think of what would have done that, because I didn't place anything on that one. I placed them both on the big one. It's the big deposit. Get him a small weighted blanket. He won't do that. Get Timmy, if he's like this now, when he's afraid of thunder, because he's shaking, he gets very warm. He will not stay under a blanket. He wants to be under some kind of protective covering, but a blanket's not going to cut it. Trying to see if I'm actually having them come around this way or not. So I'm hoping they're going to basically follow me the right pathway. What the? So, oh, this did not start up. Right. What? Okay, so this broke. Why is this broke? Why is this broke? Why does this one not start? Why is this not harvesting? It shut off, but it didn't turn itself back on? This is why I'm ready for the workshop to let me just like post the entire system, the whole setup as one piece. I'll just go and recreate it by having the parts. I don't have to relink everything. That's the frustrating part there right now. I mean, it's great to share ideas, but it's definitely gonna be better when we get the next upgrade. There we go. Grab this one. I think has some lithium in it. I probably have a bunch of iron in that one over there. Yeah, it's going. They're coming. There we go. I think that's enough. Actually, I think that's... Well, no, that's not everything. There is one more over here. And, ooh, they're getting close. Let's go here. Oh, big boy, too. I'm going to see if I can get, like... Let them build up a little bit. Maybe we can have... a big attack come. Maybe we get like another 2 drop ships. There we go. Just go wait up here. We'll wait for them to catch up. Claim jumpers and Mechanica. I am completely confused because I did not do any kind of unless for some reason it suddenly decided that a piece of one deposit was actually another deposit. So that far side drill, the miner, was mining the other one instead. I can't think of why it would have done anything like that because I haven't put anything over there. I haven't sat over there recently mining by hand. So I don't know on that one. That is definitely interesting that one of them, and it's obviously, I mean, how many days have I already been active in this for this stream? So every night at midnight it regenerates 10%, so that's a bunch of mining that's happened that I cannot account for, and I delayed too long on that, trying to line up. There we go. Okay, was this? Yeah. You know, I'm gonna start with this bundle of supplies. I'm just gonna dump these over here. Well, actually, you know what? We'll start with these. Now just fill those up a bit, and then we had not that one. We're gonna mix this batch with the other one after I get rid of these. Oh, he's still playing catch up. All right, we'll go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All that iron. There we go. You're having creepers laugh at you. I don't think they laugh. I think they hiss. Unless you have modded with or changed it with a theme pack to make them laugh. Alright, now we're going to dump into this one, which was my idea, was to actually be able to just empty, like, come here, dump everything I can into this, fill it up, and then grab the rest, bring into the other ones. And I was going to have it where I would be standing here, reach up to the box, be done, hit the button, and it triggers that guy to start grabbing if he has not already been activated. Another one. And so all he does is take, well, he's supposed to activate. I mean, it says if it's less than or equal to, he's supposed to turn him off. He goes to marker, turns off. So that did not work. When he places item in the drop-off point, it's supposed to trigger that if it is less than or equal to 0, and it's true, turn off. He's supposed to turn off over there, which is, so that did not work either. And that's supposed to turn him on and get him started. Yeah, that by a little, okay, well, it works. It's just, you know, not quite there yet. And we got an attack coming. Whoa. All right, let's see. How am I doing on this? Oh, so much oil, so many batteries, not a lot of screws, surprisingly. They seem to have more issues with actually getting picked up than other stuff. You know, actually, I'll just take these. This is going to go to the incinerator. Like that. Oh. Not from the attack squad that's coming. I think I got time. And do this again. Turn it on. It does leave a few of the items to be incinerated on the conveyor, but that's okay. It's not like a big deal. But it works perfectly for incinerating all the extra junk, all those extra circuit boards I don't need. Timmy's still sitting here, shaking by my feet. It's actually shaking on my feet. He's on my foot right now. Okay, now we've done a supply run. I've got stuff being produced. Probably should check the fuel level again really quick. Getting some lagginess at points. Go ahead and do this. There we go. That's, oh, yeah, look, that one piece of copper ore got stuck. All right, so I've got supplies being made, stuff getting produced like it's supposed to be. I've got storage just waiting to be filled. I've got stuff I can put on there. What have we come up with for catapult launching, or is there any other ideas we can come up with today for weird setups in here? Like, I mean, that's obviously not meant to be a catapult, but it works to make a catapult to a degree. You mentioned pistons, so I'm wondering if there's a mechanism I can create that would simulate a piston of sorts. Actually, you know what? I don't like using these because I got better ones I can make, but what if we use this with something mounted to it? Beam. Can I make a gear with this? If it will actually let me mount to the actual post on it. I like this idea. We'll just do it. Well, there we go. Alright, and where I got power. Oh yeah, way over here. I can make it reach. Okay, we're gonna do it this way so I am not close. Did not work. You place them on it, and they just sit. Okay, so what if... Actually, let me look. So there's no rotate a different direction aspect to it. So do it like this. And it just goes right through them. Okay, that interacted with it, and I heard it slightly, like the audio cut down, like it recognized. So, well, we got that. Yeah, it smacks it, knocks it out, and you hear it go, and it goes right back up in speed. So, you can't place on it. It's the same thing. It won't interact with it like it's like the physics do not activate immediately when that happens. But if you do something to trigger it the right way, it will then interact with an object through normal physics. You just have to trigger the interaction to apply. So, can we use that to simulate a gear of some sort? Can it throw you? I mean, the catapult, I guess if you can get in the game at spots, yeah, you could be thrown. But you gotta find a way to get yourself into the game, and I am not gonna tell you any way to do that, because I don't know of any way other than what they did in Tron, and that did not work out so well. All right, now I start taking some of this stuff and putting it up in storage when I get done with it. Let's see, how can I do this? You know, I'll put it like that and like that, and then we'll do one here like that, just so I can do this. Take that out. Oh wait, that's right. That won't work because it just stays stationary the whole time. All right, so we'll do the beam, long beam. So yeah, that will work. Do it the right way. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna do it across, which is not perfectly middle. So you know what? We'll just do it like this. Short beam. Do it like that. And it falls. Okay, that did not work. If we do it like this. Okay, it landed. The beam has landed. Okay, now. I hit my DP switch. And it flings them off. It works, but it flings them off. So it's not stationary on it. They're not going to hold on to it. What else could I do? I'm trying to think. What other options do I have for placing something maybe on it? Because that spins. The other one is laser, so it will not work for that. And the top doesn't spin. It's the gear segment there. So I can't use the top of it with like a spinning element. I'm really trying to figure out a way to use this. I don't know at this point. I mean, I'm stretching right now, trying to figure out an option for this. Yes, I could put flamethrowers on the end and have it spinning the flamethrowers around, just like a spinning thing of flame. We'll start with one. You know, I got plenty of supplies. I'll just do this. Turn on. Flamethrower turn on. And flamethrower turn off. And I'm stepping back. Actually, a little bit further back. Oh, we got an attack coming. Let's see how effective this is. Not at all effective. Alright, so again, you place it against it, it does not interact with the physics. But if you have it interact with the physics, it won't move with it. Hey, Jason. You're late. Working on the car again? Or just, you know, playing Subsistence and forgot what time it was? Jenny gets to fill you in. She got to see the catapult. Or you get Felonious to fill you in. You missed the catapult shenanigans, which actually worked. This is not working right now. What? There's gotta be an option for this. There's gotta be something I could do with this. Well, actually, you know what? For S-Boss is the only one I think that's ever asked me really to use the knife thrower. So what if... Is there... Oh. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna do it like this for a moment. I want to see what happens with the knives as far as an interaction. This is totally not necessary, because you can do other options for it, but I just want to see if it will work as an interaction. If it won't, then, you know, oh, whatever, I tried it. Geez, where is it? Oh, yeah, there. All right. We're going to do a button. And we're going to mount the knife thrower. Actually, I guess we'll mount it like this. And, okay. So that's going there. And, what can I trigger? You know what, we'll do... Yeah, I've got plenty of supplies. I can do flamethrower. So on button press, let's just do it with this. Turn on and then turn off. So on button push, turn on, wait 1 second, turn off. Simple. Will give me time to see that it works. And it's not a on release in case the thing actually triggers as a, like, is holding the button down. No! I was hoping that would be like a trigger thing. So Jason stopped in and then say, okay, I'm going to get groceries. Bye. Hi, Alex. Thanks for joining in. And Jenny is cuddling her doggo. Timmy, you want cuddle? He's like, no, I want to stay by your feet. Well, that is disappointing. I was hoping that that would work. Alright. Well, we'll just... I'm going to forfeit these options for a moment. Let's see, what was I said I was going to do? I think defenses were going to be the last two. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I'm going to toss these in, which will make this home stuff like that. And then this is going to be input. There we go. Guess I might want to actually go ahead and label all these. Actually, I'm going to put set lid color too. We're going to do this black for defenses. It's a black day for the robots when they meet these things. Or, yeah, we'll go. I figured that black is better than pink on them. I could do pink. It just doesn't have that defense feel to it when they're pink. That's doing all right. A little stutter for a moment there, but all good. That's going. That's still dropping in. Make sure everything is not getting stuck. Still good. And probably should go ahead and start grabbing. Grab all these out because I am going to be running out of room if I don't. There we go. That's good. So much copper and steel, but not lithium. Oh, I hear it. 2 of them! Alright. We got 2 of them, and we got another guy over there. Come on. Hey. We'll get your attention. Think they would notice when there's like a shot going past them, but apparently not. Like, somebody just shot right next to me. Maybe I should go investigate at least. Maybe it doesn't have to be angry. Could just be like, I need to go see what's going on. But I think they would at least investigate. Actually knocked a couple of them out far enough with the bodies of the other ones to trigger a shot from the laser. He's playing Subsistence. Of course he is. Seems to be his new thing as opposed to Ark, which was what y'all were doing before. Oh, wait, I need to make more boxes over here, because, I did not have enough room there for that copper, so we're going to do lid color. I get click. White. Luscious purple for luscious lithium. Orange. And the cyan, because we're going to have too many others that are probably going to be just plain blue. Alright, we got that. And I got that. I got too many pieces. It works well as long as it's a small group and they can get in close enough. If there's too many of them, once you kill them, they spray their parts everywhere, and it just does not collect very well. Take those. Still not getting a lot in the way of staples, which is surprising. I think that, you get quite a few. Or screws, sorry, not staples, screws. That's empty, he's off. That's done. That's good. Okay, and that's empty now. I'll take that stuff out. Well, I don't know what else to try. In terms of other stuff right now. That's why I want everybody to chip in with some ideas. I came up with the catapult. I already did that. We played around with that a good bit. What else can we think of? Actually, I got a compactor trap somewhere. Got an idea for that too. I just had an idea for that. I'm gonna take some of this stuff out, so I can have these to put away. And I might have to do like one thing of like just miscellaneous supplies over here. Or I might do the end. It'll be like water and then like miscellaneous supplies. I don't know. Like that's a sensor. Never mind. Inputs and sensors. I really don't think I'll ever fill up all of these, but just in case, you know, I do. It's just, it makes the wall look nicer if they're completely full like that. Let's see. What if we do this? We'll put it here. Now, I've already had problems with this not interacting with stuff, but got some new knowledge today that I think is going to make this more doable. And I'm going to take 3 of those. That should be, yeah, more than enough. So what if I do... we're going to turn the detection off, and I want to manually trigger it. We should have brought that button. Okay. Oh, wait. Gotta turn off auto reset, too. Yeah, gotta turn that off. So the idea of it being an elevator has been mentioned. People have tried using that. I have not done that yet. There we go. Get up high enough for this. Alright, take that out. Take that out. It lands on top of it. That's good. Oh yeah, gotta reset the trap. It lands on it. It does not interact with it again. I bet that is a physics thing again. It works for me. But I'm thinking it's constantly resetting my physics as it does it. So let's try it this way. Take that, drop it there. We trigger. Trap does not fall. But if I go, boom. That's all it is. You've got to have the trigger, have it activate the physics again for it to work. So it will go through, but we're not going to get to go back up. And then do that. So basically, yeah, okay, that's so, you know, it drops 2 there. I mean, that's where it goes to. Let's try something else. I just realized I have not saved once. Or told it to manually save at any point. Flamethrower car? I mean, that's not really that weird. We've already done you know, battle car or cars. I've already done different ones. That's not really that weird. And we already threw wood. It disappears. It just, you know, you put it on there, it throws it, it lands, and then immediately goes away. Just like with the ore that you throw. Come on, Xbox. You're young. You're supposed to be creative. Have a young brain. Give me some crazy contraption ideas. Triggered. Okay, so we got that triggered. I'm going to just toss oil can in. Drops it down. I want to now reset the trap. So it goes up and through. We're going to trigger the trap. And now, if I drop this in there, can I get it to come back up? No. I bet if I triggered it at the right moment, though, like, item falls in and immediately starts triggering the trap at the same moment, it might work. Okay, so it goes back to the same thing with that. It's the physics have to be triggered and that you gotta time it right. So that could still be still be an elevator aspect, but not for a boss. Nothing like that, unfortunately. And I forgot to put those up. And you know what, for now, I'll just toss this here. Doesn't really need to go in a box at the moment. Just the one. Smash a bunch of robot heads. I mean, I'm kind of doing that here. You talking about making them hit each other? Because they're not going to break. They're just going to bounce off of each other. They're just going to launch. Because there's no object detected. And they're just going to hit each other and it's just going to go different ways. I mean, and that's not exactly a difficult thing to do. It's just, it's going to be two rate traps pointing at each other, line up the robot heads on it, and then go. It's not going to, I mean, I already know what's going to happen with that. It's just going to launch it a certain way. But we'll try it. I'll actually use the trip wire, or trip laser, as a guide. Get it to, there we go. Alright. You know, and I need extra buttons anyway. So we're going to turn both of these with their detection off so I don't hit myself. We're going to trigger both traps same time on button push. Manually trigger the trap. Like that. And then I just gotta get the heads. I just gotta wait for their big guy get in place. Oh wow. He survived long enough that it was right at the very end. Oh wait, yeah. Maybe I should do a container also for robot heads in there. Or actually a whole, I'd have to have a stack of containers. That's not, yeah. That's, never mind. Alright, I think I can do this without a back piece to it. There we go. Just gotta get it to land just right. And I need them to be pretty much as close to matching as possible. There we go. Alright, Xbox, here you go. Boom. Exactly what I knew would happen. They deflect off of each other. Not going to destroy them. They're not counted as destructible objects. So all it's going to do is make them flip into the air. And, yeah. Okay. Not a contraption, but I've got a creative way to punish a robot. I'll say that. I might have to do another basket of those. Let's see. Do I have any? No. Okay. Creative way to punish a robot. Yeah, we're gonna do... Wait, need them up here. Take the traps. And just dump down here. So we'll do it like this. We'll do it like this. Again. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the trigger. Or, well, not that. Yep. Turn off the trigger. You notice these don't have a manual reset. No, not reset. I would like to see that because then you could have them close and never open. Which could be funny. You know, just grab a robot, never let go. All right, we're going to have a noose trap, which does not deal damage. We'll do it like that. So this is going to trigger. So when triggered, we need a delay because it's going to trigger. It's going to pick them up. We're going to make them hang out for a moment. We're going to then manually trigger both of these. Now I'm about to get attacked. Now, this is not what I'm going to use this for. And then we'll afterwards reset the trap. Because it should hopefully be enough to destroy them. Just going to have to go find a stray robot to test that. Hello, Sanchez! Make a shower from robot heads. I mean, sure, I could do that. But what value is that going to provide at spots? I mean, I stand there and I get a shower of robot heads. You know, if they could feel despair, it would have made sense to do something like that. Because I could shower them with the heads of their fallen and be like, yo, be afraid. But they don't feel despair. And they're not going to get afraid. And even if they would, it'd still be a case of I'm hitting them with the little guy heads, which is kind of like, oh, you killed one of the children. It's not exactly going to be like, hey, this scares us. Might be more of like it upsets them. All right, you come here. Ah ha ha ha! Noose trap, and then crush. So that worked out. I mean, I figured it would. But yeah, noose trap, catch them, and crush. Ooh, actually, that could be a good one too. I'm gonna need something else. All right. This is just an over stylized way to do it. There's no need to do this at all, ever. Not going to make a difference. Let me go ahead and say this is just going overboard, testing something out, or to make it more interesting. We'll say it that way. Not testing, interesting. We're just making it. We're being creative with the way they die. All right, so I've got that. So what I'm going to do now is put this in. And then do like this. Actually, that's probably too low. I'm going to do this. Okay. So bot will hang there. And that will just shoot. I'm going to keep this. We're just going to disconnect this stuff. And you know what? I forgot one thing. I meant to get a laser tripwire. Because it will need this. Actually, you know what? Better idea. Not there. Oh, yeah, look at that. So the bot's hanging there. Hopefully getting knocked around. If it detects laser tripped, throw knife, and we'll see how that happens. We'll see what happens. That probably is not going to work well enough to kill him, but it's at least going to be entertaining. Let's go find one. I just need a roaming one that can follow me back. If you showered baby heads in front of people, they'd be horrified. Yes, people, not robots. I'm a humanoid robot in this that can apparently show, you know, a certain set of, I guess, you know, responses, not saying emotions, but they definitely don't seem to have emotions. They just have a danger, Will Robinson danger type of thing, and enemy there, you know, danger, kill enemy. That's all they do. I'm a danger, or I'm considered a threat, they come after me. End of story. Throwing a robot head at them does not mean that they freak out. I think that's one there. Yep, I think that's one going around the back of the little rock there. I think that might have just been one of those towers over there. Didn't leave anything much here. I just need one guy. Follow me. Oh, no, it is the guy. Oh, I heard it. Heard that distant little ding. Perfect timing, too. Some reason that is still getting collected from, it seems. Oh, great. Needed one. I've got two of them now. Box is somewhat behaving. I mean, he's still trying to get me to throw baby robot heads around. They're not even like baby robot heads. I mean, they're the little robots. They're the scouts, and it froze again. No, Xbox, you do not always behave. I have had to warn you. You're a mod because you're a big supporter, but no, you do not always behave. You have been warned before. We'll wait for them to well, no, I'll go ahead. I'll finish getting back to the base. I'm going to put my supplies into the bins and then wait for them to come along. Now, I saw something. If they can add, the dev will add a way to actually mount to the post on the rake traps. Like, actually mount to them and not have to drop something on them, or it'll move with them. I could actually build that little, not catapult, but the supply lifting system with the bins, little cheap storage bins, because you could mount and basically set up a little holster on each one and have it just kind of raise it up to dump a bin out and then lower back down to, you know, collect the next set of supplies. Just gonna wait. See, up that. Did that start up again? Oh, pick up copper ore. One of those. So maybe that wood and everything that I threw down here is here. It just disappeared inside the auto miner. Strangely. I'll throw that there. I'll let them come pick it up. Come on, I just needed one of you. Come on, come on. Seriously, grab here. Why are you intentionally avoiding? There we go. On laser trip, throw knife, and it's not triggering with him sitting there. That's what I was afraid of. Even triggering, it didn't seem like it was actually throwing at the right time. Why not bury baby heads? What? All right, Xbox. Let's get off of the whole baby heads, baby robot heads thing. No more of that. All right, back to this. That actually worked. It moved and he tried to fire, but it didn't work that great. So, auto knife thing did not pan out quite so well. And I cannot pick up those supplies because the rake trap's being in the way. So I'm just going to leave that over there for now, because I think it'd be just interesting to have it occasionally come over there and find a robot that got crushed by the 2 rake traps. There he is. Good evening, Pierre. Thanks for joining in. A spinning Tesla coil. Okay. How do you propose to do that? Because I've already tested the blade trap, which the tops do not spin. The where it's got a handle, it does not spin. It spins only around the bladed area. The spinning laser trap is not going to do it. So if I do anything, it's going to spin on the blades, and if I mount to the blade, it won't move with the blade. It has to have that physics trigger for it, and the only way to trigger the physics is to have it drop on the blade and sit there, and then when you do that, you spin the blade, it drops after the blade moves or launches off of the blade, and we're not going to get it's not going to stay on there until we can mount to the blades and it move with the blade. It's not going to work. And at the same time, I could set up I could do the catapult to launch a Tesla coil trap, but it's still, you know, it's going to be the Tesla coil. It's going to land and that's it. It's not really going to do anything. It's the same as when I put that there, open, it does not move until you tell it to trigger something with physics by having it also interact with that object the same way or go near the object. So for a spinning Tesla coil, it has to mount straight to the blade and move with the blade, and it does not do that. Or we have a gear that I can mount to and have it do the work that way. And spinning Tesla coil, you know, the spin is not going to make any difference to how it works. It's not going to make it work better suddenly. You know, it's not like I'm just going to do that and have a ton of like extra efficiency with it. So a spinning blade trap that can be used to, you know, move an object around, better idea there. That's kind of what we're going for. like a spinning blade trap with flamethrowers mounted to it. So the flamethrower is creating a circle of fire. Yeah, a little bit more of a interesting look. And there's an effectiveness to it. It's going to hit stuff in a 360 degree. But that doesn't work. I already tried it. Just does not work. There we go. Oh, yep. There are 50. I'll take that. How's this doing? It's actually moving. 57. So that will finish in the morning and reset the countdown on it. Actually, you know what? I am going to let's restore my supplies a bit. I got plenty of resources. We'll need steel. There we go. That should be more than enough for the moment. Timmy, are you finally settling down? You're not shaking and you're pushing against my foot. Like I'm not giving you enough of a pillow. On the size of a buddy bot? I mean, we tried that on the buddy bots. We did that. The buddy bots, you know, I did that with one buddy bot. It was something I put on the buddy bot. The spinning laser trap. You know, you put it on the side of the buddy bot and you get this weird thing of having it go the right direction, not working. If you put it under the buddy bot goes into orbit. Flies off into space. Because there's something pushing against the underside of the buddy bot. Ooh, actually, I don't really use these, but it does give me an idea with the buddy bot. All right, fine. We'll do one thing with the buddy bot, because I can place them back down. Actually, this will be a fun one to do here. Do like this. Oh, and actually, I'll have to have it where he mounts to it, but it drops. Otherwise, it's not going to go anywhere. So we're going to do that. Okay, that does not... That will work. That. Playbot mounts to that. He is not mounting to it. He is actually hovering on it. Yeah, that did not work. Okay. Never mind. I was going to have it launch into space and then he would, you know, at the point the EMP bomb goes off, it would disable his power and he'd fall again. Now that is interesting. Why is he going there? He has no instructions on where to go. He just launched over there. It's not like I don't have enough batteries. Look at that. It's like almost acting like he's trying to go there because that's where the base of this is supposed to be. Does not fall. And closes right back perfectly fine. Alright, I gotta figure out a way to make the physics activate on some of this stuff, and then I can make some of these work a little bit better. At least, hopefully, until, you know, we get that actually triggering when it should. Like auto-triggering. I'll take this stuff out. too much junk. Yeah, sure, we'll go ahead and grab that. And use some extra lights around the area at some point. The home. What is it? Sensors, lights, screens, power, and then machines. So sensors, lights and screens. Which technically, I guess that would count. Even though it's a home thing, it's a light, screens. What was it? Lights and screens, power, and then machines. So this is machine. That's going to be the power node. It's going to be a sensor. And actually, that's back to defense. What is it? Machines would be buddy bots as well. Even though I'm actually going to put him back on display. I like the display idea for them. It just makes it a little bit more interesting having him sit there. Even though he did bounce around a bit. And he lined up weird. Beam. There you go. And, metal poles on a buddy bot and it was spinning. I mean, again, I've done that kind of stuff in the streams before, and you know, in the end, it works for a while, and then you get to a point where it just starts causing problems. You know, either he spins uncontrollably, you can't tell him to go to the right spot. It's just inherent problems with doing that. It's just like doing a vehicle. I've done the vehicle. I don't know why that dumped in. Done the vehicle thing where it, you know, had defenses on the vehicle, which is great, but then targeting them, getting them to actually interact with it the right way was sometimes problematic. And then having the vacuum on the vehicle to pick stuff up afterwards, also a bit problematic. Timmy, you seem calm. You seem like you calmed down. Come here. Come here, Chunky. There you go. Now, are you calm? Are you calm? You're not shaking. Say hi. You're like, whatever. Put him back down. That. Here, want treats? Look, we'll put them here. No, come on. Timmy. Lay down. Eat your snack. Look, I'll give you, there's bacon strip pieces. And here's your little salmon treat. Look at that. Eat some treats. Look, here, I'll hold it for you. Why are you being weird? Eat the treats, Timmy. There you go. Finally. The FCS mods, I mean, they should be out, I mean, relatively soon. Depends on how you consider soon to be. If you mean like in the next week, probably not. If you mean the next month or so, maybe. All comes down to what else they have left to do and how much trouble it is to get that to work correctly. Jimmy, you done? All right, you actually eating now? Look, here we go. Right there. Oh, it fell over. Get it. All right, little piece, and a little piece. Don't look at me. Look at the treats. Look, it's right there. Yeah. All right, one more, and then you gotta start chewing on the big treat. Big chew. Get that. No. Get it. Let's see. All right, one more of these underneath it. Oh, you threw it on the floor. Chew it. Chew that one. There he goes. You gonna do it? You gonna do it? You gonna do it? He's just like, why are you watching me do this? There he goes. He's like, don't watch me. Don't do this. There. Look at that. Grab and hold, making sure he gets in there and gets a grip on it to rip it open. Yeah, he's just out of frame. Alright, he is occupied now. I can get this stuff configured. So we're gonna go defenses. Home and decor. I think that's not what we call this. Yep. Okay. Let's see. That was. Let's see. We got the input sensors, so lights and screens. This is gonna help me. What is it? Input slash sensors, light slash screens. Okay, I want to match that. That's preferable. That did not help, actually. So you know what? We're just gonna do this. Better. Gotta actually get this to do it too. We'll just have it stack like one on top of the other. Again, that little having some custom formatting options for this, like put in this and it automatically treats it as a new line, would be great for this sort of stuff. So we're at power and then machines. I will keep it to the actual names instead of trying to get fancy with it. I mean, I could call it mechanisms, mechanics, stuff like that, but no, we're gonna call it same thing. Inputs, lights, power, machines, home decor, defenses, and that will just be extra stuff. And then all the supplies over there, I will take care of later once I have it set up for what I want. How is it I'm suddenly getting extra to like pieces to fall inside from this? Like, what's falling down and hitting that? Since all of them come through the same spot, is something like just bouncing off and landing in here somehow? That's strange. Okay, that's going again. And he's still working at it. He does have a longer distance to go. Well, that's why he gets the smaller amount. Who is behaving? One chip challenge spicy to me. I have not actually done the one chip challenge, though I have done, you know, the I mean, if it's you're talking the Paqui, however you say it, challenge. I haven't done theirs, but I've done all their other ones, and you know, I'll eat like a bag of their ghost pepper ones, and it's fine. I'll get a little sniffle, but I've never done the one chip challenge yet. Probably should. I just don't feel like spending that much money on a single chip, you know? It's like I could spend that money on a bottle of hot sauce and get more out of it. I just don't see doing that. That's like, it's really, you're paying for the packaging on that, you know? It's a big money maker. They can just, oh yeah, you're getting all these chips that we're producing already, and you're really just paying for the packaging. And why is it there's extras in there? Something's not triggering correctly on this here. And how, okay, so that one for some reason has started dumping stuff differently. I guess when I'm getting like some of these stutters or something. So he is putting it here, and instead of it being drop the same way every time, he's dropping it differently. It's jumping out a different way at some points. I don't get why that would change. That seems like that would be the most consistent way to do it. Period. That is a mechanic element. It's not going to change. But you know what? We'll put that there as a bumper. It hit, if it hits that. Actually, it's not even, it's too tall, so never mind. I'm gonna watch this. Jen is not snacking on anything. Oh, man. Be fair, I'm not snacking on anything either. I did snack before the stream on jalapeno cream cheese or cream dip. Like instead of spinach dip, it's like jalapenos instead with just crackers. Putting it on crackers. That was good. Okay. And we got an attack coming. Let's see. We'll move some stuff around up here. Actually, you know, if I was going to make a piston style thing, a pallet or a table could be a useful item for that sort of thing. Just you know, actually, I'm going to do like the more decorative stuff here for now. Like those. But that actually could be a kind of useful thing. Would be to have oh, it's big guy over here. Question of the mechanism to push it forward, but if I could push it forward, I could technically have a piston that at least goes one direction. Maybe not backwards, but go one direction at least. That's kind of the thing, is getting it to go in reverse, because we can't mount directly to the post of the things like the rake traps. Or even to the side of this. Like, I could set this on its side and have it moving that way, but if I mount to it, it doesn't matter. You still have to have that physics that triggers, and it doesn't work with that. I could do a buddy bot and do like 2 points and say, hey, go from here to go to here. But if I'm doing that, do I really need it to be a piston? And the buddy bots do kind of act funny when they push stuff, or they have stuff mounted. So I would like to see being able to build directly on something, have the door here when it moves, have it actually move like, say, a bar with it or something. You could use that as a way to move something along a path. I'm getting some stutter from the save, taking so much longer now. I feel like it seems to be taking longer and longer to save as I get more items, even if they're just sitting static in storage. It seems like that causes it to take longer and longer to save as I build up my supplies. It's not even necessarily stuff in terms of tracking the programming, the physics of such. It's just like a number of supplies. And that still is so goofy at times. You know, actually, I'll grab the car. I've got an idea. I don't think I've actually had the far most one attack me in quite a while. Even when I was very close to it, it didn't tend to send any attacks from the far base. So what if I take the car, go park at the right spot, make sure I did empty, yep, and just see if I can get them to launch an attack from there and another base, and let me build up a nice little group to come after me. Xbox the Fly Slayer. Why is it so important that Xbox takes care of a fly? What did the fly ever do to him? How do we know the fly was not Jeff Goldblum? You know, you might have taken out an actor. You don't know that. Black Widow. I have not seen it yet, but I've heard it's basically like any other Marvel movie. It's all action, and it's just non-stop, like just continuous, too much action. You know, it's pretty much what the Avengers movies became. Less story, more about how many explosions and fight sequences can they have. Lithium, copper, lithium, 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 lithium. Yeah. Once I could save my predefined lithium auto counter mine thing, it would be worth it to come over here and set up all of these as their own independent mines, producing a ton of stuff. Maybe one solar panel for each, or for all of them, or multiple solar panels for all of them, have them all linked to the same power. I missed. Well, I think he sees me now. You know, I want to see if he takes my picture because I'm over here. Is he going to actually, like, cause an attack to come after me? Oh, yeah, just fly into me. I don't matter. All right. Got one. And, now, I'm gonna wait and see if we get an attack. I see the roaming guy coming. And I notice they don't seem to be getting stuck over there anymore, which is good. I guess since it's more of a focus on the drop ships instead of, you know, the other attack method. Not into war movies. I can understand that. I don't need an inversion table. I tend to, you know, do regular stretches. And generally, I only sit like I do now when I am recording or streaming, so I can be close to the microphone. Otherwise, I sit a bit more comfortably. That's also one reason why I don't like to do super long streams, because of, you know, it tenses up my back a bit. And that way I can take a break, get out, walk around with Timmy. May not get out and walk around as much today because of apparently it's storming, but, you know, normally that's what I do. I'll grab flowers and such. Just rub it in that I'm here and not worried about an attack. It may actually not even be, like, really triggering from this base anymore. I mean, look at that. I am right here. And there's an attack coming from the other base. Like, ignore the fact that I'm just right here. You could launch the attack. Like, just come and drop them off right here. Easy. Oh, that's... the mid-sized ones. That's normal. Normal guys. Yeah, well, I don't like doing the guns with them. They go flying way too early. Oh, look, I moved slightly away. Now they launch an attack from that one. I just had to, I was too close. Oh, I forgot all about the oil cans over here. I need to build a ramp thing and launch myself on top of there and see if I can get up there easily enough. If I can, we could build a base right off of that. It'd be like perfect because I can launch myself onto the roof and not have to worry about being attacked. And he had to think about coming back because he saw what I did to his buddies. It's not the best idea to go like this, but I did it. Ow! That stupid battery rolling. You have to be so precise on them. Kind of thought I'd stop, pick some flowers. I'm not seeing any flowers. We'll go over here. We'll go all the way over here. Give them time to maybe launch another attack. Oh. Can't attack me. I'll be under the pavilion. Here you go. You don't know I'm here. Perfectly fine. It's just an old car parked under the pavilion like a garage, you know. Grabbing stuff I don't need just so I can have things to say I'm going to put in storage. Like, if I do need it, I've got it. But I won't need it, really. Like, how's a robot going to use plant threads that often? Or wood. Raspberry Pi, I have a Raspberry Pi 3B and I have the 4. I have the 3B serves as, right now, has been a monitoring screen, which really all it does is pull up a web page for me and it sits in my network rack. So if I need to see what's going on, I've got a page built for it that I can go see, like, all right, this is what's up and running, which I keep meaning to redo anyway. And then my 4 has been delegated to being my troubleshooting hardware testing system. So if I need to test some hard drives, I have it hooked up with all the stuff on my drive dock and everything for doing that. So yes, I already have Raspberry Pis. I don't use them like some people do where they keep like buying Raspberry Pis, use them for different little purposes. I have servers. I run virtual machines for that. All right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna park in here. If I can do it. No backup camera, and that did not work. Hole in the sand, type of thing. That's all it is. A hole in the sand, burying my head. Yeah, I'm hiding. They don't know I'm here. Too bad we can't open the dumpsters and, like, dumpster dive. I feel like that should be a thing. Like, the dumpsters should have items. and we could get them by, you know, opening the dumpster. Dumpster diving. It makes sense in this. We're salvaging what we can. Grab, you know, dumpster stuff. There might be something worthwhile in there. Like we go to the, you know, the little antenna poles that have the little boxes and we take batteries out. Same kind of thing. Yeah, there's one over there. And my fuel level is kind of dropping. Let's go grab. Let's just head back. I'm not getting any more attached. I got the one from each of those. Raspberry Pi is a small computer. Xbox. It's a single board computer. Processor, RAM, all that is on a single board, and all you do is supply the storage on most of them. Raspberry Pi is just a little micro SD card you put in, and that's it. You have a computer. Raspberry Pi 4, you could get it hefty enough that it actually will run. It's supposed to be able to do 4K. If you do a single monitor, it can kind of handle 4K. But if you do dual monitors, it's not going to really do 4K that well. It's not like it's a full gaming system. But it's a cheap little, you know, single board computer that most people use for doing very specialized things like home automation stuff. It's like an Arduino, but you don't have to get quite so crazy with some of the coding element of it. Ooh, we got another dropship triggered. Good. Dropship and a big attack. And I think he went right over that noose trap, did not get picked up. Alright, we'll put some supplies away. Actually, you know what? This is going to be the other small robot chassis one. For all of those right there. Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna miscellaneous storage. Start throwing that stuff in there. The plants. Don't know if I'm actually gonna worry about garden in this game save yet. We'll do, yeah, the decor was right here. Here we go. Oh! Here we go. We're gonna have a good attack. So, I'm assuming it must have already dropped. Yeah, because, alright, so I had the big group. You can kind of see them glowing a lot more. Big group there. The dropship must have triggered when I was over that way. Dropped that other group right there behind them. And then we've got 2 dropships coming from here. So this should be a total of 5 dropship deployments. And it looks like both of those are small groups. Actually, that looks to be a big guy. Okay, so we got 4 normal medium deployment, you know, enemy deployments, and then we got a big guy coming, which I might snipe him just for fun. I might just sit here and start shooting at him just for fun, try and get him from a distance. You know, I'm gonna make them wait around for the other group. That should have hit him. Alright, thanks for hanging out, True-Sided. Or coming by, at least. You know, you didn't get to stay long. Yeah, it's ARM processors on those. Again, you know, people have done some interesting stuff with Raspberry Pi. Some people use them as, like, controllers for their 3D printers. We'll put them in there, and that's their server they use for printing to a 3D printer. They might set up a camera on one as well so they can access it to monitor the state of their 3D printer. I think that's all we got. That looks like just those 2 returning. So super big group. Or not super big. Where's that? There's that one. So where's the others? Is that all I got? I thought there was more. That's at least a good enough batch right there. Like 2 guys survived to the end. Technically, yes, you could do that. I mean, depends on what you're doing. I mean, you could do that with your own computer without having to do a Raspberry Pi. Just create a script on your computer. Really, Raspberry Pi is so you can put it somewhere that you cannot fit a full-size computer or do not need a full-size computer to manage something. You know, they make cases for them where you could get them and they are contained in the case. There's a company that actually makes self-contained keyboards that are built with the Raspberry Pi inside. They basically just build the Raspberry Pi into a keyboard, and it's got a trackpad on it, so everything's in there, kind of like an old Commodore 64 in a way. But it's basically the whole computer is in the keyboard, and all you do is plug up power and monitor kind of thing. Again, for me, I use one Raspberry Pi. It's actually in a touchscreen case and is mounted to a panel in my rack, so I could go in there, wake it up, and it shows me, you know, firewall, bandwidth, all that kind of stuff that I need to know if I have like a network issue. I want to troubleshoot it, so I go in there and kind of see what's happening at a quick glance, hopefully. But then it also, I don't use it often. I don't really have that many problems with my network. I've kind of implement things well enough that it's not an issue, or as much of an issue, and it's just hasn't, I haven't had a need to do it. Ooh. Yeah, come here, get it. Boom, done. That's what you get. Oh, I triggered it. Trying to get the stuff inside. That is one problem with this. I can't target the stuff inside of it. This is fun, but I am losing supplies with it. Maybe he'll knock them this way. Technically, I could probably put both of those a little bit... Oh, he went right through it. Okay, that's not fair. Is it because I had stuff blocking the noose? Alright, stop doing this, like, round and round and round and round thing. Seriously. Why are you not triggering this thing? That must be blocking it or something. Oh, wait. You know, it's reset, right? Yeah, it's reset. It's there. There we go. So technically, I could probably move those back a little bit and be okay. And might be able to get stuff in the middle. That was just for fun anyway. I mean, like, setting the same thing up and having flamethrowers blowing at a bot just to be like, yep, there you go, torture time. A little hot foot. Empty. I think it was that close to being done on that stuff, but there we go. Check and see how things are going. Go ahead, do that. There we go. Back to producing. I might actually move that bin down there. Just have like a corner of BuddyBot pieces. Spicy Robot Spanker. I guess you could call it that. I was thinking more like it's a fancier bot crusher. Doesn't really squish them, but neither does the other one. They still kind of look intact. It just, you know, breaks them. So I was thinking more like a fancier crushing mechanism. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna dig through what we have in terms of this stuff. Let's see, we've we've mounted certain things, and we know they won't work without a certain physics trigger. And to trigger it, you gotta do something that then breaks it because it doesn't reset it. And I hear an attack coming. A bollard. I don't actually have one. But let's see what happens. Does it let me... No, it does that. Okay. So that means, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and make another one because I don't want to have to go get it. Means if I do this, and I do this, I do like this, and go like this, and that was too far. Shouldn't have gone that far with it. There we go. Like that. Goes there. It falls off. Try again. There. Don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. Oh! Boom. Oh, I forgot that was closed. Okay. We'll have to try that again in a moment. After I break these bots. Robot swatter. Sure. Hey, we can come up with some interesting names. Really more interesting names than the mechanism. Oh, I forgot. Too soon. Why even have the little light there to signify it, and I wasn't paying attention. I just really hope the weird physics thing with walking upstairs gets fixed. It's so irritating when it counts like there's too many bots or too many interactions going nearby, and you just get stuck standing there and it won't move any further, and you have to jump up the stairs. Oh, well, that's part of the problem. I'll take that out then, because I really do want to test this. That earlier test just confirmed some stuff, but didn't actually give me any options for right now. Other than the fact that I can go down through something if I want to. You know, like I set that up as like a drop off for, you know, collecting stuff. Maybe that could be fun. A side-mounted steel garage frame with the door. Or two of them mounted together with doors that open like that. And basically a ramp that goes up, and make that the spot where the robots sit. Where they just huddle around that. And then I go... And the doors open, and the bots fall into like a pit. And then get stuck there. That could be kind of interesting. I'm not sure what I would do in the pit to make it worth doing that. I wonder if that would actually injure a bot if it hit them. Ooh, I know what we're gonna do. If it hits right there, the secure way to do this is like that, so I don't have to worry about it being like the noose, the top piece of the noose being in the way. We'll get that, it'll hold them. That's it. That's all I gotta do is have the trap trigger and hold the bot in place. Don't let go. There we go, like that. So it triggers. We'll hold the bot in place, and then we reset it, and that's it. Yeah, let's try that. That sounds... Oh, wow, I didn't even see what time it was. It was 3 hours. We're at the 3 hour mark, so let's find a buddy boy. Not an actual buddy, but a you know, non-buddy bot to play with. It's hard sometimes to see if it's a bot way in the distance or not, because the crystals glow, and that does throw me off a bit. But we got one now. I hope this works. I would love to see a robot crushed by a bollard. I think it would just be funny to be like, got you. Dirty, spicy robot spanker? No, we're going to go with the swatter. Swatter is better. If this works, I'm going to call it the overcomplicated spicy crusher. Because I have to lure them in and then have it launch. I mean, I guess I could have it if they just happen to hit that spot. It triggers up here and launches something on top of them. But it's definitely going to be a complicated reset. So we have the bot trapped in the bear trap. It hit him, but it just didn't destroy him. Actually, maybe it did, and it just didn't do enough damage. I don't know. You stay there. I'll do this again. I mean, I could drive into them with the car, and it damages them. Not a lot, but it does it. So, it would make sense that that might work. Does not work. Well, time to clean house. Like that. Oh. Ah. Ooh, actually, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about this. I thought about trying to do a laser tripwire before. Right here. I didn't think... Oh. Wrong one. I didn't think about a bear trap in there. Because what if I do that? You know, a bear trap that ties in with the button like that and can automatically trigger an attack. It gets the first bot collected and wait, I'm going too far. And then after that it triggers. So on not button push, but also on vent listener on triggered. If I select it on triggered, do the same thing. I'll do all that. There we go. And actually, you know what? For now, let's just try this. Use the new change. Whoa. Well, that just broke it. Go back. This object. Go back. That is weird that it does that. Okay, so something with that is not working right at all. Okay, now I can't even, like, do the, like, trigger that. Wow. Okay, I broke it. I just messed that all up. That is interesting. So I undid it and it worked at one point. Then I did the undo again and it stopped working. And if you swap, even though it's like, oh yeah, I mean, I guess maybe if I had changed it from on button push to none, and then swapped the device and then went to the trigger, it might have not done that. I didn't think about that in time. I apparently can place stuff right under me and step up on it. I didn't think about that. Maybe if I could macro it, I could do it quickly enough, but it's not working if I just try to do it by hand. Oh, we got candidates. You know what? He's going in the right direction. Oh, I think I got him. I got him. I got him too. And we got drop ship coming. One more time. Just for fun. Let's just watch. Ha ha ha! Oh, I did not do a reset on the trap. I did not tell it to reset. Probably kind of need to do that real quick. Alright, let's get this going. That actually worked surprisingly well. I don't know if I'll keep it, but I'm going to use that for now because that actually does help at least automate it. I still have to be on the right spot, lure them into the right place, but it does mean I don't have to worry about necessarily being in the right position to hit the button for it. Code for Captain's Quarters in Subnautica. I don't remember. Use those once a game. I don't have to remember the code. I'll look it up. You know, while you have a PDA in the game. I mean, if it was like I use that 5 or 6 times on a regular basis in the game, sure, I might remember it, but no. I don't remember it because you don't use it but like once in the game, and that's it. Got a big guy. It held him, I think. No, it did not. It triggered, but it did not hold him. Alright, home and decor. Go there. And those. And those. Huh, well, I want to think some more on these, but I've got some ideas. I've got ideas of what can work if the physics gets adjusted so the physics will work without having to update it, like throwing something towards it. What's up, Timmy? You know, big thing for me though is still what I was thinking earlier, is doing something with this. Not that. But the aspect of having a, you know, the cheap storage bin, the basket, set up with a mount on the sides of short beams. It's like basically create rails, slot everything into place, and it basically gets lifted up. There's a point where it stops it from moving forward, so you don't have it launch out forward. It gets lifted up by these, and basically be great to have basically a track that it follows along. Even with that, it gets these lifted up along maybe a track in the middle that keeps it lined up a certain way, and then it slides it back down and drops it back into the same spot. So you have a storage box that maybe we have a counter for how many things go into it, and then at a certain point it raises up, dumps everything out, lowers it back down, starts collecting again. And then when it dumps it out, you still have to have a funnel. So we do need a funnel hopper type mechanism. We need a spring piston mechanism. We need a bearing mechanism, even if it is, like I said, not a free bearing, but one that you have the grease and you program how far it turns. And if you sit there and say go from 0 to 359 and then repeat, it'll rotate, and you could adjust maybe the speed at which it rotates for faster, you know, interactions, and have that sort of thing. We definitely need stuff like that. Hopefully we'll get stuff like that in the future. But for right now, this seems to be working best for launching robot heads or EMP bombs. Kind of really the thing I find probably the best one. If you use EMP bombs a lot, you can set it, have them roll forward and drop them, but because of the apparent weight of it, it does not go very far. So at the same time, you could almost just put a beam out and then take the beam out from under it and let it drop on its own and just have a way to trigger it. This is the only, this I could see being like, oh, a bot's there, triggers the thing, lifts up, drops the bomb has a timer, gets there and disables them. But then you still have to kill them or destroy them. It's not going to make a big difference in the end. Put a flamethrower on it, launch the flamethrower, it sits there and starts just shooting. You know, it's not going to make a huge difference. What's going on with that? Did it not reset? The trap is reset. Come on. How is the trap's reset? So why no trigger? Why is that not triggering? The trap's broke. It's like this thing earlier. It did not want to let them like trigger it as they went right over it, and then it started working again. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that. That's coming out then. Oh. It froze. I broke it. There we go. Hi, Zane. You came right towards the end as I broke the game. Well, there we go. I was wondering when it would happen. You know, was it last time I broke it repeatedly, kept freezing the game up, or maybe it was the week before last? I apparently broke the trap and broke the game. You need royalty-free music but can't afford epidemic sound. Free site, I'm going to go ahead and just tell you, the streambeats.com, Harris Heller's thing. You can stream them on, you know, Apple Music, Spotify, whatever. You can download them. He doesn't care. No copyright strikes. Have at it. You might not find exactly what you're looking for, but that, and then if you need music as well, you can look on the YouTube library. The YouTube audio library, which is in your dashboard, has free stuff. You can filter it by style, genre, so you can find stuff there. I use that a lot, but I don't use it like in normal stuff just because I don't want to trust to somebody finally saying, yeah, I want to have a copyright on this, even though it's been part of the library. A reef back switching around scared you. Like it like flipped? Because I haven't seen that happen. And I think, yep, I've got it broke. It's not fixing. Timmy, it is not fixing. So, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to have to force close this. The game is completely broke. Yep, not responding. I got that. Thanks, Microsoft. Yeah, so it's I broke the game right at the end. Again. Well, not at the end. I broke it again, you know. They just turned around on you. Well, maybe they were startled by you. You got in their face. Or did you get too close and touch them in a bad spot and they just kind of flipped around to keep you from touching them there at spots? Because that could be it. You could have touched their no-no spot. We're keeping it child friendly, so we called it the no-no spot. Timmy, here, we'll set out a few more pieces here. But you're not getting too much. You gotta save room for your dinner tonight. I want to see how far back I lost stuff. It's auto saves. I can't remember how often. And I did not save but one time today. I got too confident that I was not breaking stuff, and then I broke it again. Come on, Timmy, look. And he's like, just put it right in front of my face. Don't make me work for it. See, how far back? I'm looking. I don't have the... Wow! It did not save. It was... I probably didn't even make the bollard yet. That's at least 20 to 30 minutes of lost gameplay. Because it was... Okay, look. See? Yeah, I don't even have the bollard made. So, none of me launching it or anything like that. None of that got saved. Wow. I thought it saved a lot more often than that, but apparently it decided not to save that time. What's the next video going to be? I mean, it's going to be below 0. Mondays are absolutely below 0 right now. And I'm not going to spoil it beyond it's below 0. Yes, ouch. Lost. That was well, I mean, it's not like I lost a lot. I mean, most of my stuff is already pretty much handled. Autosave, 20 minutes. I can tell you now, I don't think that was saved within 20 minutes. It does say autosave in 20 minutes. And save on sleep. I'm pretty sure that was not a save of 20 minutes. That was more than 20 minutes I was doing that. So that's a bit frustrating there. Yeah. But, I mean, it is what it is. So, I lost a little bit, not a lot. It's okay. I'll be alright. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. Well, maybe we'll get an update this week for it. At this point, if we don't get an update between now and next week, we might go back to a little bit of No Place Like Home, because I am out of ideas on this until we get some new changes to the mechanics, to the way physics work on certain things, or we just get better workshop integration. Being able to configure and build the entire assembly and share that to somebody helps. Sharing just the connections and saying you gotta hook it up the same way, run it off the same thing, just isn't quite there yet. So if we get an update to it this week, we'll come back to it. If not, we'll probably do No Place Like Home. Now, this coming week will again be Outer Worlds. I'm really liking that. I haven't played it since the Aeronaut stream, but I'm definitely all for doing that again. And again, I mentioned earlier, it's pinned at the top. If you joined in late, you're watching it now. There's a new game called Starbase. Just came out on the 29th as early access on Steam. It's an MMO set in space, like No Man's Sky meets Empyrean, meets like Space Engineers, You build ships, you build space stations, fully destructible world. It's got some interesting looks to it. Not the best reviews yet. Oh, actually, they've gone down since the start of the stream. Down to 67%. But it's interesting. So if you want to check it out. I would love to hear your opinion on it. I'm going to wait, give it some more time to bake a bit, and see how well they improve upon it. Yes, the live stream is ending. Usually would already been ended by now, PV Pranker, but no, we are wrapping up right now. You get leaks from nothing. Xbox, I guarantee you there's something hitting your base. You might want to check, make sure you didn't like build right next to some tiger plants that are still trying to attack you or something like that. Somewhere you got something damaging your base. I can tell you that. No, Tim, come here. Don't sneak off yet. Ew. He's like, but I was going to get ready to go. Want to look at people? Want to say hi, people? You mean kiss? No? Want a hug? You're kind of shaking a little bit, but not much. Is it thundering again? He's just like, whatever. I just don't want to be held here. Don't hold me like this. Put me down. Yes, could be gasopause. I mean, it depends on where you are at. Thank you, Jenny. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend as well. Hope everybody has a great rest of the weekend. Aw, Timmy. Say hi. Yo, hi. Go. It's like, well, he just has sad puppy eyes right now. Wait. Come on, Timmy. Timmy ASMR. Go. There you go. Did you hear that? That was Timmy ASMR. That's what everybody's doing right now. He's gonna do it too. Yes. Cheers to you too, Jason. All right. Well, thank you all for joining in, of course, as usual. Glad to have everybody on. Hope you have a great weekend, safe weekend. Stay safe. Don't get sick. You know, that's going on again. Timmy is going to calm down, and we're going to go outside so he can do his business. I'm sure he's like just dying to do his business right now. But yeah, normal week, back to, you know, everything. Subnautica below zero, regular Subnautica. Thursday will be Outer Worlds for the stream, and then next week, depending on the updates for this, we'll do something else or not. But yeah, we'll do something. It'll be the same thing as always, just same schedule. Might be a little different on the games, but we'll do it again. Again, thank you all for hanging out with us, and be safe, don't get sick, and we'll see you next time.